Welcome to the second part of financial maths. Of course, this video is for grade 11 and 12. Alright, in grade 11 we also deal with decay or decline. Alright, so let's take a look at the scenario. A machine is bought for 100,000 today. The machine will depreciate on a straight line method. That's how we knew that it was a simple interest decay question, because the depreciation is on a straight line method at 20% per annum. How long will it take for this machine to lose all its value? Okay, so here we're trying to determine how long it will take. So therefore we're trying to determine n. That's the variable that we're trying to determine. And for the machine to lose all its value, so it doesn't have value at the end, how long will it take for the value of the machine to be 0? In other words, for a to be 0. Remember, a is the amount in future, or the value of the machine in future. How long will it take for it to become 0? And we know that p is the present value of the machine today, which is 100,000. And of course, I would represent the depreciation rate, which is 20%. So if we just plug all of that information into the formula, A is 0, because remember, we're checking for the time when the value of the machine will be 0. P is the value, present value of the machine, 100,000. 1 minus, because this is a decline, depreciation, so we have a minus, and the depreciation rate is 20% multiplied by n. Alright, so if we simplify using the distributive rule, 100 times 1 is 100,000. Sorry, I meant to say 100,000. And 100,000 multiplied by 20%. You can use your calculator to check that. If you take 100,000 and you multiply it by 20%, okay, you get 20,000 rands. So that's 20,000 rands. Don't forget this n, so it's 20,000 rands n. And of course, to simplify, we can take the 20,000 to the left hand side. So we've got 20,000 n on the left hand side equals to 100,000. And of course, we want to solve for n because we want to determine how long it will take. So we divide both sides by 20,000. So n will be, we know that 100 divided by 20 will give us 5. So 100,000 divided by 20,000 will also give us 5. So it will take 5 years for the machine to lose all its value. Let's go on to example 2. Zinkler buys a car for 120,000 today. The car will depreciate at 14.5% on a reducing balance method. That tells you that this is a compounding decay question, because the depreciation is on a reducing balance method. Now the question is asking, calculate the scrap value of the car after 7 years. So the scrap value is basically what's left, the value of the car at the end of 7 years. Alright, so let's see what we've got. We've got 120,000 today. So that's P. Remember, present value is always P. And we've got the depreciation rate. Of course, this will be our I, of 14.5%. So we also got n. So what we want to calculate here is a. We want to calculate the value or the scrap value of this car after 7 years. So we are trying to calculate a. All right, so P is 120,000. And of course the interest rate is 14.5%. N is the number of years, which is 7. So if you just go straight to your calculator, 120,000 1 minus 14.5% means that the value of this car after 7 years will be 40,081 rands and 51 cents. So that is the scrap value or the value of the machine at the end of 7 years. It's also the value for which you could sell, or Zinhle could sell this car, 40,081 rands and 51 cents. Let's go on to the last question, example 3. The bank offers 12.2 compounding interest every quarter. Calculate the effective interest rate. Okay, so to calculate our effective interest rate, we would use this formula. And let's just plug into the formula. We've got 1. We're trying to determine I effective, the effective interest rate. 1 plus, we're told that it's compounding at 12.2% quarterly, and remember quarterly would be 4 times a year. All right. Okay, and of course that's 4. All right, and to solve for I effective, the effective interest rate, we will take this 1 over and if you go to your calculator, you take 1 plus 12.2%. All right, so you'll get 0.12. Let's say 128. That's a decimal, but of course we multiply this by 100 because we want the percentage. So if you multiply by 100, you'll find that your effective interest rate is 12.8%. And of course this is if we round off to 1 decimal place. All right, thank you.